Hello you beautiful people. In this video I want to share something new with you, something that I'm learning that's new for myself, and this will be helpful for those who are feeling weary and tired but they're not sure why. This could even be somebody who's just come out of a great season of growth and you want to keep going, you want to keep the momentum, you want to keep producing, creating, ministering, whatever it might be, and yet there's a lack of energy, or there's a lack of motivation, there's a lack of creativity, there might even be a lack of desire right now. And if that's you, I want to say two things. Number one, you're not alone, but also number two, that is exactly where I'm at right now. And so I want to share with you just some of the reflections and learnings that I'm gaining as I'm going through this. So I'm learning at the moment about this term called fallow. So fallow is a farming term, and fallow is where you give the farm or the soil or the field, you give it deliberate time and intentional time to rest. And so what happens when a field or soil is constantly seeded, then harvested, seeded, then harvested, seeded, then harvested, then eventually that soil becomes depleted. So from the get-go, there are crops producing, fruit is producing, and it's looking good, but below the surface, that soil is slowly depleting to the point where it will no longer be able to produce fruit or produce crop until you give it time to fallow. And so I'm learning about this at the moment, and I'm realizing that this is great, not just for farming, obviously, but for the soil of our hearts. And one of the great things about fallowing is that you don't fallow the soil because there's something wrong with it. You fallow the soil because it's necessary for future growth and fruitfulness. And so hopefully you are catching the gist of what I'm saying here, is that in our journeys throughout our life, and especially with our walk with Jesus, there are seasons that require a fallowing, intentional and deliberate rest to no longer produce. And so this has come about at a really timely spot for me. I shared in a recent blog not too long ago before Christmas that I was just experiencing some heavy opposition. And opposition is nothing new, by the way. It's something that I've experienced all of my Christian journey, and I'm sure many of you have experienced something similar or to the same degree. And I'm not talking about disagreement or pushback. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about accusation. I'm talking about heavy criticism of your character, of your nature. And that was part of what I experienced just leading up to Christmas. In fact, I was getting criticism even for the way that I hang my washing or don't do my washing. Now, I'm not bothered by that, but that kind of gives you an insight into, if people can be upset with the way that you're doing washing, then you can only imagine what they can be upset about when you're speaking to more serious or deeper things, if you like. So anyway, that is what it is. And so that season, as it naturally does when you experience opposition, your soul can become tired and weary. At least that was the case for me. Maybe that's not a problem for you, but your soul can often become tired and weary. And so what this did is that it actually made this whole fallow reality more visible to me, or helped me to understand it more. And I don't think that the opposition has been the number one cause for this fallow season that I'm currently in. I think it's a combination also of just some of the awesome growth and goodness and fruit that I was able to see over the last year. I've been able to see some awesome fruit being produced in my own nature, areas of my heart and my soul that I have seen transform in ways that I've never seen before, and it's been really, really good. It's some of the content that I've been able to produce here online on social media. It's also some of the speaking and the traveling to speak, and also just traveling as a family. And then there's also all the coaching stuff. And so it's been a wonderful year of just growth and fruit. And so I think it's a combination of an awesome year of fruit being produced, then also heavy opposition. And it just brought me to this place of the fallow, needing to take time to replenish and to rest. And so that's what fallow is. Fallow is not just resting, but it's also replenishing the soil so that you can experience more growth. And so that's where I'm at the moment. And it's been really helpful for me. And it's also been interesting because I've spent the last part of, like I said, the year seeing so much growth and seeing so much being produced. And it's all been done, well, I like to think a lot of it has been done from the place of rest. But to now realize that there is a deeper dimension to rest, that's really exciting to me. So I'm aware now, and I'm mature enough to embrace this and realize that there is so much more to rest that I've not yet discovered or experienced for myself. And that makes sense because if God is inexhaustible, then of course there is deeper realities to experience with Him. And so I'm excited to be able to walk that out, to experience that, and to be on the journey that I am now. One of the things that it's highlighted for me and that is teaching me is the power of withdrawing. And not withdrawing in the negative sense, not withdrawing from the place of avoidance, but withdrawing in the way that Jesus modeled. We read throughout Luke that he says Jesus often withdrew to solitary place or into solitude. He didn't say once, he said often, and I think that's a really key word. And I've been really struck by the story in Mark 6 at the moment. It's Mark 6, chapter 30, verse 31. And it's where the disciples have come back from their ministry time. They have healed the sick, they've cast out demons, they've seen some tremendous miracles. And here they are, and it says in verse 31, they say to Jesus, they shared everything that they had seen and everything that they had done. And then Jesus says to them, come away by yourselves into solitude and rest. And I find it remarkable because here they were at the peak of momentum. Here they were at the peak of success, so to speak. And the advice that Jesus gives them is to come away by yourselves and to rest. And so I'm really struck by that story because I have experienced just a wonderful measure of rest so far, but now I feel like I'm experiencing it in a deeper way, and it's really, really exciting to me. It feels new, it feels unfamiliar, but it's really exciting. And one of the things that I'm learning about withdrawal is that withdrawal is not escapism, it's essentialism. And Jesus modeled that perfectly for you and I. And one of the tensions that it's created for me is because I really enjoy creating content. I love the stuff that I get to do online. I love the assignment that I'm in at the moment. I love producing resources, especially for my coaching clients, but I just love to do that. But recently, over the last few weeks, there's just been no energy. There's been no motivation, no creativity, and there's actually been no desire for a large part of it. And no offense by saying that, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. And so that created a bit of tension for me. And I had a friend recently ask me, he said, aren't you concerned because you're in the online space and a large part of my coaching, it is online, aren't you concerned that if you're not producing content, then aren't you affecting your income? And my response to him straight away was no. And I'm thankful that I could say that because over the years I've learned how to live from God as my provision and source. And the reason for that is because coaching is not my source. God is my source. So I'm not concerned about the algorithm. I'm always concerned about abiding. And you guys hear me talk about that like a broken record. Abiding in Christ. Abiding is the essence and the essential part of living this journey with Jesus. And so I'm not concerned about what I'm producing or outputting in the public arena. I'm more concerned about what He's producing in me as I abide. And so this is just it feels like unfamiliar territory for me, yet it's very exciting. It's exciting to know that there is more to this reality of His promised rest, of His light and easy yoke than I've experienced before. And so that's where I happen to be at the moment, is that I feel like I'm in this season of just fallow, where it's not about output, it's not even about input, it's just about being with Him and giving time to rest. And so if I was to try and strive through this and just push through and just hold it all together and go, I'll be doing a disservice to the soil, so to speak, and it will be detrimental to the soil. But by allowing time to fallow, it's only going to set up or create fruit that will come in the future. And so religion will often say, keep the momentum, stay visible, stay accessible. But I'm learning in a deeper way that Jesus is always saying, stay connected, stay rooted, stay led. And so that's where I find myself at the moment. And I don't have any great conclusions or answers around all of this, by the way. And I'm not even sure if what I'm sharing is perfectly accurate. But it's where I find myself right now. And you guys know me, I like to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't like to just share the highlights and what's going well. I like to share even when I'm in the middle of what can feel like a mess, like this does at the moment. And I like to share it, number one, because it helps me to walk through it, to feel it, walk through it, understand it. But also, I know that it will benefit and bless others, because as others do that, it really benefits and blesses me too. So I just share the stuff to hopefully help others who might be in the same place, but mostly to try to be an example and model of how to walk out this journey with Jesus, with his light and easy yoke, from his promised rest, and in a way where we can navigate it, hopefully, healthily, and with maturity. And so this is where I'm at, and once the fallow season is over, however long that may be, and when the soil has had time to rest and it's time to produce fruit again, I'm sure I'm going to be very excited to share with you more of what I've learned and what I've gained over this time. So bless you.